Bamyan, Afghanistan. Since the late 90s, there has been a hole in the soul of this community. A site carved into the mountains where Buddhas, hundreds of years old, were destroyed by the Taliban government, who labeled them idol worship. There is a new Taliban government in power today, promising a new Afghanistan. Already one of the poorest nations on earth, the government is fighting a new battle: drought, poverty, and widespread hunger. His name is just Zia, a simple man with simple needs, and at the top of that list, putting food on the table for his family.
We can afford food, but it is hard. If I don't work, we cannot eat. I have to work from morning until nightfall.
Lunch is bread and tea. And like so many Afghans, Zia's family faces a daily struggle to eat. 2 of his 3 children were recently hospitalized for malnutrition, including his youngest, who's 4 and very small for that age.
I noticed he was not eating and was getting dizzy and very lazy, not moving very much. We took the younger one to the hospital yesterday, and the older one last year.
Packets of nutrient supplements provided by the hospital fill tiny bellies, but it's a short-term fix. A staggering 90% of Afghans are simply not getting enough to eat, and nearly 50% so malnourished, the UN says they suffer from acute hunger. It's been a tough year for the people of Afghanistan, but if you walk through a market like this one in Bamyan, or really any other city, you'll find all kinds of fresh fruit and vegetables. The problem is people don't have enough money to buy it, and they're complaining about high prices. Local officials tell us that about 90% of the people in this area live below the poverty level, and they say if they're lucky, they'll get meat, vegetables, or fruit about 1 time a month. Without protein and some semblance of a balanced diet, families live off bread, rice, and some potatoes. All too often, their children end up here. It is the malnutrition ward at the Bamyan Provincial Hospital. Doctors see too many infants and children they call wasted.
It means that just we see the skin and the bone like that. Yes, and when we see the face of the children, it is called as a monkey face. The figure is changed there. And when we are removing the clothes of the patient, we can count the ribs.
The crowded waiting room tells the story. Scared mothers and desperately hungry children.
We have about 70% increase in malnutrition among women, 70% in our hospital. About 40% in moderate malnutrition and 30% in severe malnutrition. It is a big increase.
Many here have survived generations of fighting. But fighting hunger from within its borders and apathy from outside could prove too much for so many in need.